Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Deji, and you're watching Behind the Production. And in this show, this series, I'm going to kind of go through different commercials or videos and just try to figure out exactly how I think they did it. Um, yeah, let's just jump right into it, and you'll get my opinions. I may not always be right, but it's just sort of what I think they did in order to get the shots and or tell the story and like what I think in my opinions on all these different things. Anyways, you guys get the idea. I'm gonna go into the next fancy little scene here. Look at this. Oh, we've just transformed into a whole nother thing. All right, so the first thing we're gonna watch is Meet the King from Jimmy John's. Now this was a Super Bowl commercial, and I saw this already. It's pretty good. That was funny. I thought maybe we'll just break it down and just let's just play it. Just play. You get the idea. Let's play it.
Aloha, Tony Bolonovich here. People call me the king of cold cuts. As you can see, the sandwich business has been real good to me.
So this is good. It gives you this is like a good little like a Wes Anderson type of thing where it's like it's very symmetrical. You have your lamps here. It's dead center. You get an idea that this person is important, obviously by the decor and sort of how we do this push in. Now this is probably a steady cam on someone's arm, and I'll maybe I should show you guys what these things are. I'll do that next time or something. But basically, a steady cam is a like a little rig that they have on them, and they have a camera, and they just like kind of they can walk with it. So they can walk with that, and that's probably what they did. So they
Aloha, Tony Bolonovich here.
Yeah.
People call me the king.
And there's a bit of a push zoom in to give it a little bit more speed. I can see that there. You can see as it kind of
People call me the king of cold cuts.
Same
As
exact
you can
thing
see,
there.
The sandwich business has been real good to me.
You got an actor with a nice gravelly voice. If it feels like this like an old school like like an old school kind of I don't want to give it away, but it makes sense for the character.
Sandwich
But
business has been real good to me.
this is like the 80s or like the
Of course,
90s.
It's not that tough. Just take some bargain bread, slap on a little not quite meat, get yourself a catchy jingle. I got ham,
Salami.
pepperoni.
Capicola.
And what do you got? Boom. Sandwich pool.
It's great. This is good. So it's sort of establishing, this character's world, if you will. This guy, he's living the life, and he's doing it, because of shitty ingredients, and like, you can already tell this guy's a little bit slimy, just with the backdoor dirty dealings of, with the, this whole scene here, which is a great scene. And he like leans in here.
Of course, it's not that tough. Just take some bargain bread, slap
Yeah.
on a little
There's a lot of these like push-ins. Like a lot of these push-ins.
bargain bread.
And it makes it more cinematic. Obviously this guy over here's got a crowbar. And this guy, what is
Bargain bread.
He's got a sledgehammer. I don't know what he needs a sledgehammer for and a crowbar if they're getting a delivery. But it's good. And another thing too that I like about this is that they've got like, so this car here is got a lot of water on it. Obviously, it doesn't look like it's raining, but it gives it that like, we got the backlight that's up here. You can definitely tell because of the glow, but the backlight's shining on here, shining that into the camera, and it makes it feel like that kind of gritty sort of crime thing. And obviously you got they wet down they might have wet down the entirety of this block. And what they do, it's called a wet down. And what they do is they basically have a huge water truck that they drive up and down this place, and they just like spray the ground with water. It's really good for night scenes because they can easily you can see all the lights, and it gives it like a little bit more perspective, because if this was all dry, then you would see this glow here and you'd see that glow over there, but like you wouldn't really see that much texture in the ground. Obviously it's not raining really, because like none of this stuff is wet over here, and this would probably be wet, but in any case it gives you that sort of like grittiness, because this isn't completely wet here. Yeah, just a good little trick, little tactic there.
Bargain bread.
And that
slap
push
on a
in.
little not quite meat. Get yourself a catchy jingle. I got ham,
Salami.
pepperoni.
A lot of
What
movement
do
in
you
this.
got? Boom.
Movement to
Sandwich.
this guy's in the pool.
But now I got this Jimmy's John showing up on my turf, telling me that they got the sandwich of all sandwiches. I think not.
This is great because you're explaining from the perspective of somebody else. You know, when advertisements delivering the information of the values that the company has, or the special features of whatever their product is, whether it's a sandwich or it's a mop or something, right? The job of them is to explain these features to the audience in a way that doesn't seem like they're explaining the features to the audience. So they do a really good job here, because it's like it's coded. It's like it's sort of under the radar. So you're getting all these different features, that from the sandwich that he's just going to be explaining to you as, like these, you'll see it.
These tryhards fresh bake their bread all day. What do you need fresh bread for, huh? You got the delicate taste palette of Her Royal Majesty the Queen? Big deal. You got all natural meat sliced by hand.
So it's like all the USPs, all the unique selling propositions are for the sandwich. The fresh bread, sliced meat, hand sliced meat. He's gonna toasted daily, and it's just all these different like little vignettes. He's at the poker table. He's in the back. He's back here. He was like in between these two trucks. Probably another like backyard deal. Almost. What does it say back here? Almost Bread Co. Like, it's he's displaying the opposition, right? Like that this is the opposition, and the best sandwich in town came in, and he's having to like sort of fight that off, mafia style. So
Queen, big deal. You got all natural meat.
And then here we get the all naturally, minimally processed, except for the caramel color on roasted beef, no artificial ingredients, excluding limited. They always do these kinds of things.
Sliced by hand. I got turkey and ham made by science. I'm good.
It's always good. And what is this guy? This guy's always in here. I'm pointing at this guy here with the mask. This guy's so funny.
You want to come after me, Jimmy's Johns? My books are clean, but to come into my home, Gloria, and go after my family.
It's so good. I love this. He's using they're using the classical tropes of that gangster movie. He got the lab. They're dumping their products into the river, like disposing of a body. Just all the different classical tropes, which I think is really great.
My books are clean, but to come into my home, Gloria, and go after my family. Now it's personal. Oh, look,
Yeah, now
I'm
it's personal.
Jimmy's Johns, and I have high-quality, reasonably priced sandwiches. They're all customizable and convenient for your busy modern life.
So
I'm
good.
the king. You think I'm gonna let some two-foot...
Yeah, all the classic tropes, which is pretty cool. So there's a few shots in here that may be interesting. Obviously, there's tons of push-ins, a lot of movement, and it gives you a lot of. It really just gives you a lot of. You feel like you're progressing quickly throughout the story. I think that's one good trick for keeping up the pacing is by doing a lot of movement. And so this is the majority of this entire ad has been through that Steadicam. So you got this here, you got this here, obviously coming through. And the reason that that it's a Steadicam, a couple things. Obviously, they have a lot of runway, right? So if this was a slider, the movements going forward would not be as dramatic. And also there's a bit of adjusting. So like it's not like a smooth track, but there's a bit of adjusting as they go through it. So, yeah.
Deal. You got all natural and ham made by science.
Yeah. Great art direction. Got the lab here cooking this up. There's some in the back. Great art direction. And I think that this is also kind of good too. For being able to tell a story, because you're telling the story from the perspective of like the observer. So a lot of times, in movies, you'll have a character who's brand new to the industry or brand new to all the stuff that's going on, and so there's a lot of exposition that is told directly to that person because they're also kind of telling it to you as an audience member. That way you can get that information as well. So that's a pretty good storytelling tactic when you're telling a story, is to have a character that's brand new that you can sort of give a lot of exposition to, and it makes sense within the story to be able to do that.
Got turkey and ham made by science. I'm good. You want to come after me, Jimmy's Johns? My books are clean. But to come into my home, Gloria, and go after my family? Now it's personal. Oh, look, I'm Jimmy's Johns, and I have high-quality, reasonably priced sandwiches. They're all customizable and convenient
I love that little
for your
part.
busy modern life. I'm the king. You think I'm gonna let some
more of these
first-rate
tropes.
sandwich joint steal my throne? No way, Jose.
Yeah.
You may got fresh tomatoes,
love that.
Jimmy's
That's
Johns,
good.
but I got loyalty, Stevie. You're dead to me!
It's good. That's good. This like subversion of expectation, I think it's really good. Everything that he does, everything that he tries to do to get rid of Jimmy's Johns, it comes right back on him, which is great.
You may got fresh tomatoes, Jimmy's Johns, but I got loyalty, Stevie.
And that part with the biting of the little salami is like a great like precursor to him
Dead to me!
trading, being a traitor to this guy, the king here.
Coming for you, Jimmy's Johns. This is war. Sandwich war.
It's great. So this is a good example of here's a really good example of being able to tell that story and give all the unique selling propositions to the audience in a really creative way. And I think I thought it was hilarious. I like that. I like the crime, the mafia kind of the vibe to it. Sort of in the 80s. They did a really good job on this. Obviously, they had a lot of money, and it went on to the Super Bowl. So, I think all the stops come out for these kinds of commercials. But, anyways, that's my take on it. If there's other things that you wish I would have talked about in here, let me know later in the comments or wherever, and I'll try to address those things for the next one. But basically, that's it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys later.